Hello there everyone and welcome to Empire Total War. So I haven't done a Total War commentary battle for quite some time, but I thought I'd do one because I just did this Empire Total War battle, which is part of me taking part in a smaller Total War competition thingy within the 54E gaming community. There's not a lot of people attending this one right now, but hopefully that will change. Anyways, let's go and take a look at my army. I should say I haven't played Empire in quite some time, and this is Empire, this vanilla Empire. Oh, there we go actually, but let's go through my army quickly before we actually get into battle. So I have one unit of dragoon. I'm playing as Sweden, if you can't see by the flag, and my enemy is playing as Prussia. So we got Sweden here, we got 100 dragoons, Swedish specialty that bumped them up to 100 instead of 80, I think. Then we have a Swedish general right here. Then we have my left flank, which here in the back we've got one unit of pikemen. Then we have 2 units of line infantry, and then in the front we have 3 units of light infantry. This is at, I should say, this is at to an early stage, so that's why you're not seeing a great variety of troops. Plus, it was a medium funds. Yeah, I think it was medium funds. Then we got 2 units of 12-pounder guns. I mistook the range of this, so I have to move it up right now, together with this one, which just lost a cannon there, plus a soldier. Then we got my right flank here, which consists of 2 line infantry, 1 unit of pikemen, and I also have 1 unit of Hakkapeliitta, which is a special unit for Sweden, which can only be bought by Sweden. Unlike the dragoons, which is an add-on to the normal dragoon unit that's in the game. So we got them hidden here in the forest. So I'm marching up just to put pressure on my enemy, hoping that, because we're sort of similarly inexperienced in this, so I'm just putting pressure on him, trying to see what he's gonna do. So I'm hoping to draw him into a cavalry battle here on the left. So I move up these guys together with the general. We should actually go through his army. He's got a lot of line infantry, but it's similar. His army is similar in structure to mine. But let's start with the cavalry because they're soon about to engage. So you got these gendarmerie. I'm not entirely sure how you pronounce that, but here they go. Plus 1 regiment of horse. Regiment of horse is an okay unit. These sort of provincial or light are not so good. I managed to hit them with the cannonball, which takes out a few people. And let's see if we can see here in the charge, the Swedish dragoons take out quite a lot of these light cavalrymen. Another cannonball goes in, killing a few more, and this unit is now retreating. As well as this, I've put up my one of my light infantry units that are now firing into the back of the cavalry. So I'm winning this cavalry fight. At the same time, I moved my Hakkapeliitta around, and I managed to strike while he was occupied over here. I was able to strike his cannons. This unit will disengage, and it will come back later on, still intact. There we go, they disengage, but they managed to rout most of his cannons. But these guys will reman their artillery. So we managed to break all of his cavalry. Although I think I lost my general. No, it's not at this point I lose my general. He sent up I'm not entirely sure about the Indian music seeming appropriate to Sweden versus Prussia. But I redraw them. I possibly redraw them a bit too far before I send them back. they didn't have to go really that far, but you can see there's a massacre here of cavalrymen, mostly Prussians. So now I move up, seeming though I have now the cavalry advantage and also the artillery advantage. I start moving up my light infantry, but at the same time my opponent is moving up his light infantry, which is causing quite a bit of trouble for my line infantry marching up here in the center to the and to my right as well. This is so not appropriate at all, having the Indian music. Anyways, cannons keep firing, and my light infantry are able to move up here, and because they're in a flanking position, plus the increased range, they're able to shoot at these guys unhindered, and they're also able to put down superior fire here. Although since I don't have any light infantry here, my troops over here are suffering in the center to the and to the right as well. I'm moving in the cavalries now for a charge because these guys have moved up, and these as well, so I want to distract them. At the same time, keep as much fire down as possible. My line infantry has started firing over here on the in the center, and now I also send in the pikemen here, and I also send in, let's pause it a bit, I send in the pikemen over here since he sent up his militia to engage with this unit, with my line infantry. So they are fighting here. Looks fine over here as well, but you can see that it's sort of outnumbered. We've got 2 units of line firing there, plus a light over there, and they're all 3 are sort of concentrating over here and a bit over here. So these guys are in trouble, and eventually I'll after a bit of back and forth, I will withdraw these guys. These guys as well are suffering a bit because we got line infantry and light infantry. But over on the left flank, I'm making a huge killing here with sending in the cavalry and the pikemen. So we can see units are routing now. Unfortunately though, during this charge I bring up the general with the dragoons, and the general gets killed. So then, to negate damage which is being caused in the center, I go in with the Hakkapeliitta and I start killing off light infantrysts. So we hit this unit here. As you can see now, my cavalry, after the loss of the general in the middle of the charge, are in a bit of a bad spot, and we've got this line infantry which is about to go ahead and charge my light infantry. And we only have light infantry right here on this flank. And for some reason also my pikemen decided to disengage, possibly because they're still in a sort of stand ground position, which they don't continue to fight the enemy. I can't remember, it might have been that I actually pulled them back because I wanted to have them go against these guys. The Hakkapeliitta carry on their fight, and since they're sort of tangled this position right here, we're able to reform these to create a superior fire position towards this this here center. On the right though, I'm not doing very well. This unit has lost about well, it's lost half of its men, so it's not doing very well at all. And this one has lost quite a few men, and the pikemen rout after losing quite a few men as well. And we got 2 pretty intact line infantry units, and if I even would consider going through, we still have cannon unit here which could shell us with grape shot. So I think I'm pretty soon about to redraw these 2 units while sort of trying to concentrate on moving up in a flank maneuver here. Now I'm not sure if this at this point we can actually speed it up now. I think at this point it's not really at this point, but later on I become a bit over cocky, which usually happens when I think I'm in winning. So we'll see some mistakes that'll be done. So I managed to get in a charge here. I'm not sure, he might have fixed bayonets. No, he didn't actually fix bayonets. So he charged in here on a stronger unit. I'm not entirely sure though, the Prussians might have a bit extra melee power of some sort. And so he sends in his general here at the center. Unfortunate for him though, he gets cut down. And so now the Prussians are without the general as well. And this unit is now fleeing. So now I am in total control of the left, but on the right I am in full retreat. Here's one of the mistakes I did. Since they weren't running from the start, they were able to actually fire on them as they retreated. I'm trying to reposition now. I'll try to organize my soldiers here on the left. Same time I'm moving these guys up to hopefully shoot canister on these to avoid their attack. Also I'm preparing, I think, with canister for these guys as well. But let's see what goes down. So they're charging up. They're in quite a serious problem here. Until the point where you can see these guys are sort of starting to rout, which is not good. And the cannons are way too close, and they won't be able to. And there we go, completely broken. And they run away, and now leaving the cannons open for his charge. So he's going to continue his charge through here. So managed to actually just push straight through all the way up to my cannons. And because I wasn't really ready, he goes in and he starts killing off the crew. Although I dragged the crew out of the fight, and artillery shots coming in here, shooting down the flank. We actually shot, if you can see, one of our own cannons there. It wasn't too good, but we forced these guys to flee. Plus we're remanning the cannons now. Now at this point, I think it is at this point? Yeah, I think it's a bit later on. Yeah. So now we have routed everything of his. I think there's a few units that come back, but I miss dragging them back into the fight. I think this unit, and then there's another one later on, a cavalry unit maybe or something. So right now, all he has is this unit. We got light here and his cannon, and I go in for a full charge. I believe I fixed bayonets, although it's not visible, so he at least have time to fix bayonets. I thought I fixed bayonets with these guys. And we go into a full melee with the light infantry in the back firing into the sides. We also have a small light infantry unit here, but for some reason, I guess they have fired and they're reloading. I retarget these guys to target them, and at this point is where I'm basically in the clear. As you can see, I've got all of this, my cannons, we've got this unit coming back, and he's got, you know, everything is routing, and then his militia come back, and now I've spent all my focus just here, because I think everything's obviously gone. And there we saw canister going down. So I think that this is the only problem really, or the only major thing. So I spend all my time micromanagement this unit, looking roughly at this level, and hoping to unleash a volley, a close range volley as they get really close here. And what I miss then is my entire force here, which I have just clicked to continue marching. So they're marching up towards the cannon, and we will see some devastating grape shot going into them. I think we'll actually focus on the grape shot, because I didn't actually, when the battle was going, I was focusing up here, but that's not so not such an interesting story as what's going to go down here. They're ready with canister now. I think we'll look at for from the Swedish point of view. The pikemen are marching up, and you will see that this unit is just coming back just in time to witness the canister being fired. Let's see, he's moving in, covering their ears, and fire! Boom! See that massive, just opens up a hole, and then a second one, poof, going in there. See, no third one. But that massive, see the amount of people lying dead here. And so these two are routing. This one is routing because it's concerned with a large amount of Prussians now charging in from the flank. These guys, of course, having fixed bayonets, their only sort of option is to keep charging. So they charge in, so we have these two routing now, and possibly everything else here, unless I'm able to turn this around. And so I just order everyone to halt and to fire, and desperate attempt just to put down as much fire as possible to point blank, just to rout this unit of Prussian line infantry, which is now sent 3 units off in a panic. And I'm also moving up, well, I'm not actually moving up, but I moved up this one in support. But you can see the trouble here, where there's so many units now running away, and so many troops getting killed. So this unit actually stands and fights with the Prussian line infantry, and they hold out pretty well, even though the enemy has fixed bayonet. And pretty soon the flank fire from the light infantry and the line infantry are gonna cause problem for the Prussians, and they are going to retreat. The enemy cannons, as we can see now, took a bit of fire during all this commotion. Some light infantry fired across and sent them off. So now it's down entirely over at this fight right here. 32 light infanterists, Swedish ones, versus 63 Prussians. But now the fire is coming in from the flank, slowly reducing the Prussian advantage, and just the fact that there's so many more Swedish soldiers still left on the field, and the pikemen came back, the other ones are about to come back, and so the Prussians decide to retreat off the field, and in doing so secures my victory. Now, it wasn't a great victory, but given the fact that I haven't played this in a while, I was pretty pleased, even though the mistake here at the end cost me a lot. So we had roughly the same amount of troops. I had 40 men more, which I'm sort of surprised, because I took the pikemen and stuff, and I thought the pikemen would, but the pikeman unit is actually the same size as the line infantry, so I think those, I'm guess there's 20 extra for the dragoons. So, well, no, actually, I think we're I'm not sure. Anyways, even there, losses. I lost 800 men, although he only killed about 700, so I killed 100 of my own somewhere in this. I was shooting a lot into melee fighting, so that's probably where I lost those men. Now, going into statistics, the troops that did the most damage here, as we can see, were the light infantry. The light infantry, the dragoons, and one unit of line infantry. One pike unit did pretty well. And at the bottom we have the other pike unit, general, and the 2 cannons. Also line infantry here, this one did pretty darn bad. The Acapulita, even though they didn't kill that many troops, they took out the enemy cannons, which made it easier for us to engage their position. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and you know, given the fact that I'm in this, we're probably gonna see a few more of these later down the line. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you for the next one. Bye.